My cheap leaf blower here stopped working. And I wonder if it has the same. It's either the switch, but usually a switch you'll feel it's not working, but this feels okay. Maybe not. But let's take this apart and see if it has a thermal fuse as well. We got a couple thousand screws here. Phillips. All appear to be the same except for this one little guy over here. You can see the switch right here. Test it. Almost get some test leads in there. What else is holding this thing? There we go. Where'd that come from? That looks like the switch. Oh, this is for the lock at the bottom. We don't need that. So they get dirty and burnt up, according to the interwebs. A little dirty, I'll tell you that. All right, where's our meter? Let's test it. So the switch is open, closed. Well, it appears to work. As I thought it felt okay. Yeah. All right, switch is good. In. Let's see if these are good. This one's going up to here. Yep. This one's going to the motor. I'm sure it's good to right here. We'll check it though. Yeah. Okay. This might be a thermal fuse under here. Now that I know about them. I don't think older motors had them. Did they? I guess I just never dealt with one. Let's figure out where we can throw some test leads here. Well, I don't know, folks. There's no thermal fuse under here. These are just connections. And if I, brushes are good. I can home from here to here, here to here, here through the connection. Everything checks out. This motor just will not. All right, let's revisit. This is my leaf blower electric motor that failed just on me one day. And hopefully you're a smarter man than me, and you realize that most modern electric motors have a thermal? Yeah, it's thermal. A thermal fuse. So they're rated for a certain temperature, and they fail rather than you burning out the motor. Now, I don't think old motors that I'm used to had this stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just never abused my equipment like I do today, apparently. But yeah, I think that's what happened. This leaf blower has a suction on the bottom, and it got caught on my shirt for like half a second. And apparently it was must have been more than half a second. It got too hot and blew this fuse. So anytime and this is what happened with my second motor that I put in that vacuum, but I didn't know it had this. I was looking. Anyway, these are not what I wanted. These are what I wanted. These are the thermal fuses I got on Amazonia, and for like $7 we can fix this. So I think the whole leaf blower was $30 when I bought it, but hey, if I can just have a spare laying around. So I'd like to get a battery one now, big 40-volt battery powered one. So all we gotta do is get out the soldering iron and complete this circuit. Get rid of this one, and the other one's gonna go to our motor over here. Let's see if I can get you a better view. So there's a number on these, and that's what I looked up to get the right temperature rating. This one was a 10 amp motor, I think, in this thing, and it's rated for 10 amp, 142 Celsius. If you guys who use that, I don't think it's directional, but I'm just going to put it the way it was, and I think I can just slip this in this side of the terminal. Oh no, that wire's in there. All right, we'll heat that up and get it out of there. Find down my electrical bag of tricks. Let me go get my electrical bag of tricks. All right. So the thing with electrical work is you always need a third hand. So let's see if I can just, I don't think this is crimped very well. Let's see if we can just heat it up. I think it's just soldered. And we can pull it off of the old part. I don't know how warm this soldering iron is, but try not to crimp this more than it is. Let's come over here. I don't need to use this connector, but I guess it should be a lot easier to just slip it right in there. All right, decided I'm gonna cheat. I'm just gonna grab a butt connector. I wanted to solder this, but oh yeah, that's nice aluminum wire there. Should be able to crimp a fuse. Oh, we'll see. This is really made for a wire, but it's probably not rated for. Butt connectors rated for 120 volts, or they typically 12 volts. We'll see when it catches fire. Can I crimp this? We'll find out. If not, I'll drip some solder in there, I guess. Alright, so that's there. And it pulls right out. Let's go a little, where's the one that pinches? Yeah, right there. Let's do that again. See if we can get it right on top. There we go. Ah, that ain't going nowhere until it does. Probably heat shrink it too. Am I gonna wrap all this? Now the tricky part is me soldering this to the motor. I've got a ton of heat shrink tubing, so that's good. Well, get back here. What the hell are you doing, man? So that might get down small enough. Yeah, let's cut a piece. Cut this like in half. So let's see if we can do this. Overlap with that. And solder the two together with all the hands I have. Some pre-tinning. I don't know if it'll work on this. So older motors, this would have been pure copper, but because of we need copper for iPhones now, you don't get that luxury. So this is a copper-clad aluminum, which I'm learning about. What I learn is that it's not conductive on the outside here. Like if you put an ohm meter on the copper, you don't get any continuity. You have to scrape away that layer to get to the aluminum, and then you get continuity. But I don't know how that works, but yeah, that's not really pre-tinning, is it? How about on this end? Can we pre-tin you? Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so maybe we can just hold you there and get you to the stick in holy matrimony. Is there enough? Oh yeah, there's enough. Ooh, the thermal fuse is getting hot. Probably should not do that. Maybe this is why they crimp it, huh? Because it doesn't stick. Let's think about this. So that was crimped and soldered. I certainly don't want to. Well, I have a whole handful of these fuses now, but I gotta hold this. This is what I mean. You don't have enough hands to this. And I forgot the shrink tubing because it fell off right here on the bench. So this is a good thing. And a little electrical tape. That'll be my third hand. This will work. Nah. Might still be too hot. How hot's this getting? Might be it. That might be it. I don't know. All right, we got a butt connector stripped. Put him on there. I think I can crimp him now. I better go with this one. I can't get in there though. Every tool's different. You know, the stripper's up top and you can crimp. Actually, I have this way. Ooh, non-insulated. See, that's what I want. That's the one you want, Mike. Can I get in there? We'll get in there. Let's load them in there where we want them. And I don't know if I can reach. Ah, you son of a... We'll start with this end. Figure out how far in it's got to be. All right, about there. Oh God, it won't even crimp. I'll get a little more length out of that to get in here. Yeah, that looks good, actually. Again, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, need shrink tubing. Should I get a piece? I'm gonna clean off this solder too. Alright, bear with me. This is the tool I needed. This is the third hand, basically. You put your wires in there, get a magnifying glass. Right now I need this solder sucker. This is for desoldering stuff, so it's just a little vacuum pump, basically. You heat that solder up and we'll suck off the... But I don't want to get it too hot either. I'm worried about that thermal fuse again. All right, maybe I'll set this thing up so I can hold this. I'm just not ready here. I don't think I've had to use this really yet, but it'd be nice to get it to work. And something to clean off this tip with would be nice. Just keeps sucking away, sucking away. Might be enough to get it in there. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Yep. It's going in about yay far. We'll crimp it. Got the heat shrink tubing on. Don't forget that. This is gonna go right here. Ah, yeah, that's it. Perfect. Get you over there. You can do heat shrink tubing with a soldering iron too, but I got this little mini torch, works nice. Whoa, got the flame, Jesus. Whew, it's on high alert today. What's going on with this thing? We'll put this way up here, see what happens. Don't get too hot. I'm not going to do that end. I just wanted to protect it, really. Triple check continuity now that we're done. So it should be from our plug, which is the white wire, to, I don't know if this will, yeah, good. Still good. You should be able to do this. Yep. Couldn't do that before. Okay. Hey, Mike actually fixed something. Right, suppose we want to see it work. Woohoo! Powerful little motor. Those things move a lot of air. I think I'm just going to zip tie this and make sure. I got to get the casing and put it all back together. But maybe I'll bore you with that. I'll not bore you with that. So it's back together, working. If you ever see, like, there's tons of electronic products failed like this. Like, even when I looked up the fuse, the common thing was rice cookers, like, have the same type of fuse, and people blow, or no, Instapot. That's what it was Instapots. So you can pick those up, buy a $7 fuse and fix them. You know, any electrical motor, it seems, nowadays has these. Like I said earlier, I have old electric equipment from 70s, 80s that, hand-me-down stuff, and I don't think they use thermal fuses. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe this came about when they went to the copper-clad aluminum. But yeah, it's just, they're cheap, easy fix if you can do it. If you got all those tools, you need a soldering iron and all that stuff, but worth it. So give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe. I am laid up right now. I had surgery on my meniscus tear. You've probably seen me limping around for a year, in a wrap. So yeah, finally had it done. So I'll have some time to edit videos, but I don't really have time to make videos. But all right, we'll see you soon. Thanks.